Yo guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another video. Thank you guys so much for checking back in. Today's video is going to be one that I've been wanting to do for a little while. It's been a topic of conversation, a topic that I've been wanting to address and to speak my mind on, and that is sort of how to cheer yourself up, how to make yourself happy. Now, this is going to be different for everybody, and so the points that I'm going to be making in this video might not apply to you at all. You might already be doing them, but they may all apply to you. There's not going to be a specific order in which I sort of speak about these points, but they are a selection of points that I think have improved my happiness, and they may well help you too, and that's the whole point of today's video. So guys, without further ado, let's get into the video. So, the first thing is giving back to someone. Now, this might not seem like your top priority, it may not seem like it's going to be top of your agenda, but actually giving back and being selfless is a really good trait, and it's something that honestly makes you feel better. It gives you a sense of achievement to know that you've helped someone, and this could be in multiple ways. So one of the things that I've done in the past that has made me feel really good is I've given to charity. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean donating by putting money in a pot, but it could be if I have some old clothes that I just don't really wear anymore, or a pair of old shoes that I wear once in a while, taking them to a charity shop and knowing that they'll get a better use out of them, and that the money that they generate from selling them will go towards a better cause. So, thinking about supporting and giving back to people in need. You don't always have to give money. You can give your time, and you can give things that are worth something that you no longer use. Or it could be a case that you don't do any of that, and you just go and you help someone out that you might not think needs help, but actually does. So it could be having a conversation with a friend that you've not seen in a while, or catching up with an elderly relative that is at home alone, and that you having a cup of tea with them and having a conversation with them will cheer them up. So that's the first point. Go and help someone, try and cheer someone up, give back to someone less fortunate than you. Okay guys, the second thing, and this is something that comes in all sorts of forms, is to try and do something each day that you love. That could be something massive, like, I don't know, going for a fancy meal. Or that could be something small, like reading a book, or listening to a podcast, or listening to some music. I find that a lot of people feel as though work and pleasure can't mix. And actually, if you do what you love, you don't feel like you ever work a day in your life. That doesn't mean to say that you're not going to work hard, but the concept and the understanding of what work actually is, if you work in something that you love and your job consists of something that you love, then it won't feel like you're working every day. Now, obviously, not everyone is fortunate enough to be able to do something that they love every single day. And so, I am aware that there are lots of other parts that play. So, if you've got children that you have to take care of, you've got to put food on your table, you've got to pay for your bills. There are lots of things that people need to take charge of, and there are lots of responsibilities that people have. But that doesn't mean to say that you can't do something every day that you love, because if nothing else, it gives you that period of time to sort of escape and to get into your own space and to have you time. You don't always have to be slogging away, you don't always have to be working really hard. Everyone needs that you time, that me time, that time to just relax, let any stress that you may have built up that week or that day to just sort of like ease, and to sort of refocus and recenter yourself. So do something that you love every single day. Now, something that I really like doing, and I know a lot of people kind of have the mentality of, no, constantly moving forward, don't ever look back, is to look back on the things that you've achieved. Where are you currently in your life? Now, if you're at a low point in your life, okay, this video is about happiness, this point may not, appeal to you, but look at how far you've come, all right? Where were you a year from now? Where were you sort of 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? What were you doing? How have you made advances in your career, in your social life? What do you have now that you didn't have before? A lot of people are always trying to sort of, join in with the rat race, see how much money they can make, see how they can improve themselves. But they neglect to look back and see how far they've come. And as good as it is, and I speak a lot about setting goals and constantly trying to achieve the best that you can, it's also really important to look back on the things that you've done and to appreciate what you have done, appreciate where you're at, because there are going to be some people that are behind you in their goals, in their journey, and they really want to be where you're at right now, but you're obviously where you're at right now and you want to be the next stage in life. And that's the reality of life. I know that is. And you probably know that is as well. But actually taking time to appreciate things and to say, do you know what? I really want to be at that point in time right now. That goal, I really want to achieve it. And I haven't yet. But actually, look at what I have achieved. Look at where I am now. I do that a lot in life. I am personally one for goals. I am a goal setter. I'm constantly wanting to improve. Once I've achieved something, I have a minor celebration, sometimes a major, depending on what it is. And then straight away I'm back on it and I'm like, okay, no, I've achieved that now. So now I want to go on to achieve this. But I've always looked back and I've thought, wow, I've had a hell of a journey, and I've done a lot. I've worked hard. I've put a lot of blood, sweat and tears into some things. But I always look back and I appreciate the journey and I appreciate where I've got to. And although I am nowhere near happy, well, I am happy with where I'm at. I'm nowhere near content with where I'm at in a lot of ways. I'm very appreciative of the journey, and I'm very appreciative of where I'm at and what I have. So look back and appreciate what you've already got, and that will make you happier now. Alright guys, so the next point I want to talk about is social media. Now, this includes what you put out on social media as well as how you consume it. So if we look at how you consume it first, a lot of the time people sort of aimlessly scroll through their phone, and you're not actually really consuming anything of any value to yourself. You're not learning anything. You're watching silly little videos that someone has posted on Facebook, or you're dabble tapping on something on Instagram from a fitness model, and you aspire to be like that person. You aspire to look and have that tan. But the things that are put out on social media, unless they're things like silly videos that someone has quickly taken on their phone, people who put out on social media properly, it's like part of their job. It's something that has been pre-planned. So if you are looking at a model on social media, on Instagram, and you're wishing that you look like them, well, they probably worked out just prior to taking it. So they are at the best they're going to look. Whereas normally they don't have those rippling abs. They might live in a different country to you, which is why they might be well tanned. They may have paid a lot of money to get their teeth done, and they may well have just had a fresh trim, so their hair is looking on point. But this isn't the reality of what this person is. If you were to look at them on an off day, if you were to look at them as they're walking down the street, they probably look nothing like what you're looking at on social media. And actually, if you think about your consumption of social media, if you are just endlessly scrolling through, you're wasting hours that you could be focusing on achieving your goals, or speaking to a family member you've not seen in a while, or meeting up with a friend, reading a book, learning a new musical instrument, or listening to a podcast and improving your life. These are all things that you could be doing, but instead you're randomly scrolling through social media. Now, I get it, I'm the same, and I'm putting this video out, and I'm sure if you're watching this and you know me well, you probably know that I use my phone a lot, and I probably do spend a while scrolling through social media. But I am trying to get out of that habit, and when I'm sat at home or I'm with friends and I'm doing it, I catch myself and I deliberately right, I need to do something else, put my phone down. Because you're wasting your precious time, and time is the most valuable thing in life. You only get a limited amount, don't waste it. Now, in terms of the stuff you're putting out, and this is just as important, the world has access to social media. Be that YouTube and watching videos like this, be that on Instagram, Facebook. You put stuff out on the internet, even if you delete it, it is there. It's burned into the internet server, wherever it is, I don't know. It's in the cloud, floating around somewhere. So those comments that you throw out about someone in a fit of anger or rage, if you put something up on social media, on Facebook, about your latest love, or yours this, that, or the other, or whatever it might be aware that the people that are looking at that, they're instantly going to make an opinion of you. They're instantly going to look at you and go, huh, that's the kind of person they are. They might not have ever met you before, but based on the things that you put out on social media, they'll make a judgment of you. They will perceive you to be in a certain way. And you don't always want that. You don't want people to judge you based on the content that you're putting out. So be really careful, because you might put people's backs up if they know you and you're talking about them, or you're talking passively about somebody that you're not being specific. Or if they don't know you, they may well make prejudgments of you, which could put you in a bad light, and obviously you don't want that either. So just be very careful about social media and how you use it. Use it for your benefit. Use it to enhance your life, not to cripple your life. Okay guys, and the last thing that I'm going to put, and I think this is really important, not just for your happiness now, but your future happiness, is to work towards a goal, to work towards achieving something. As I said already, time is of the essence. We only have a limited amount of time in life. So what can you do, what can you achieve to put yourself in a better position a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now? You don't ever want to look back in regret. You want to look back at the things that you've done with pride, that you've overcome something, or that you achieved that goal despite the fact that it was really hard. And some goals are massive, and you might not achieve them for a lifetime. You might not achieve them for a year. You might not achieve them for a month. Some are really easy to achieve, and you can achieve them like that. But having a goal and being on course to achieve that goal is something that will cheer you up. And if you have those small markers along the way, and you can be like, do you know what? Had I not have done this, this, and this, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And you can, again, reverting back to the first thing I said, or one of the first things I said, you can appreciate where you've come from. And honestly, the sense of self-pride it's not nothing else. When you look back and you think, do you know what? I could have given up, or I might not have even started on that journey, but do you know what? I did. And I've achieved this, this, and this. These goals that I originally had set out to do, I've achieved them. And trust me, that's the best way to build confidence. Once you have realized that those goals that one day you thought were unachievable, you've actually achieved, everything opens up to you, and life becomes something of enjoyment, and you get a real passion for what you're doing. So set some goals and work towards achieving them, and it will help you, I can assure you. Right guys, well, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope this has helped. If you have done any of the things that I've spoken about, or if you think that you're going to try those, please leave a comment down below. What have you done to make yourself happier today? What have you done to improve your own state of mind and to achieve something this year? I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button. And if you're interested in any of my content, things that I've put out, or you want to see more of this kind of stuff, consider subscribing. Alright guys, I'm going to head off. Thank you for tuning back in, and I'll see you next time. Peace!